Okay, that is why it took them so long to meet Archie. They were too scared to be in a room with a black baby. Have they met Lily yet? Okay, not even a call. This is the thing that's going on, okay, with the somewhat the establishment. And I'm going back to colonial time. Okay, the kind of scare tactic they put on people.
And racism as such, as a philosophy, kicked in was as a direct reaction to the abolitionist movement. The abolitionist movement driven by some of the leading intellectuals of the day, as well as driven by hundreds of thousands of ordinary people in this kingdom who signed petitions after petitions and presented them to the House of Lords. When the abolition movement really kicked in from the 1780s onwards, the planters had to respond. And so this is where you get the most virulent imagery about brutal, pagan, bestial.
But the media is a powerful force.
Black people in the literature and in the imagery.
Cartoons portraying black people as licentious and depraved began to circulate.
But the media is a powerful force.
The anti-abolitionist Edward Long wrote,
"The lower class women in England are remarkably fond of the blacks. In the course of a few generations more, the English blood will become so contaminated with this mixture as even to reach the middle and then the higher orders of the people. This is a venomous and dangerous ulcer that threatens to disperse its malignancy far and wide until every family catches infection."
Is a powerful force.
To be afraid of black people. It's happening in the US too. Don't get me wrong. Okay, they put on those white people's mind how bad black people is. Okay, so they put this kind of boogeyman into those people's mind, and this is what William has become. Those people, they shape him, they mold him into that, because the only person who could have erased this nonsense into William's head was Princess Diana.
How often would you do that on a daily basis?
Depends on the pressures going on. If I'd been on what I call an away day, where I'd been up part of the country all day, I'd come home feeling pretty empty, because my engagements at that time would be to do with people dying, people very sick, people, marriage is the problem, all that, and I'd come home and it would be very difficult to know how to comfort myself, having been comfort lots of other people. So
what did these people do? They got rid of her. Okay, but meanwhile, because they didn't care about Harry, when things went to get applaud, to get cheer from black people, who did they send? They sent Harry. Now, meanwhile, Harry, even though they were putting things in his head as well, however, what Harry was experiencing, what he saw with his own two eyes, what he felt when he met these people, those boogeymen, those black people they're putting in his head as these scary people.
The lower class women in England are remarkably fond of the blacks. In the course of a few generations more, the English blood will become so contaminated with this mixture as even to reach the middle and then the higher orders of the people. This is a venomous and dangerous ulcer that threatens to disperse its malignancy far and wide until every family catches infection from it.
People, those boogeymen, those black people they're putting in his head as these scary people.
I'm just learning.
just learning. How to do. Good luck with that.
My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Just learning. Just learning. Just learning.
Remarkably fond of the blacks. In the course of a few generations more, the English blood will become so contaminated with this mixture as even to reach the middle and then the higher orders
Just learning. Just learning.
of the people. This is a venomous and dangerous ulcer that threatens to disperse its malignancy far and wide until every family catches infection from it.
Just learning. Just learning. Just learning. Just learning. Learning. How to do. Good luck with that.
Man with weaknesses.
Boogeyman, those black people they're putting in his head as these scary people, Harry was seeing something different. This is why Harry was able to become the human being that he is. Okay. Meanwhile, when they they're telling him how to dress for Halloween or whatever, that costume that he put and all of that, and they threw Harry under the bus. Meanwhile, in that same party, there were people with black face and all of that. You don't hear much about it, but they throw Harry under the bus. So luckily, I guess I will say thank you to the institution for not for sending Harry to those engagement around the globe where the ones that they scare William of, and now William wants those people to be cheering for him and he's not getting it. Okay, so this is the way that the institution have, while they were how will I say that? Throwing Harry under the bus. In their mind, they thought they were throwing Harry under the bus. Meanwhile, they were making Harry stronger, be more insightful, enlightened, okay? Enlightened and knowing the people. Whenever you hear Harry talking about Africa, there's this glow in this guy's eyes, and this is where he preferred to stay, because the kind of nonsense he's experiencing in the UK, he doesn't see it over there. Okay? So that's that.